Yeah, look, I'm really excited about it. Really thankful that we're able to work through it, really quickly, and just thankful for the support that the club's shown in me, and I guess the responsibilities now back on myself to maintain a high level of not only playing but my work off the ground with the young players as well. So I feel a bit of responsibility to pay back the favour.
Kane, given some really good things this year you've seen at the club, does that make it all the more enticing to want to go on next year?
Yeah, I think so. I said, when I came to the club, we used to win every week, and we played finals for 5 or 6 years in a row, and then we went through a lean patch. So and now it looks like we're on the way back up. So look, I've seen most things in footy now, and I guess those experiences will help me pass on that knowledge and experience to the younger players.
How did you spend the week off? First time ever?
Yeah, it was really difficult watching on TV, and you do feel really helpless, I guess, watching. But from a positive point of view, it's given me a chance to really refresh. Got some quality training in, and just really excited about the last 6 rounds of the year, and feeling really good.
Can you also prove you might be irreplaceable at the moment?
I think everyone's replaceable, Rooch, and someone goes and someone steps in, and I was just happy that the boys were able to hang on, because in previous years that's probably a game that we would have dropped. So the character of some of the efforts and individual stuff that went on during the last quarter, I was pretty proud watching at home.
In terms of them giving something extra, it's now the challenge for you to actually develop someone to replace them.
Yeah,
they don't seem to have that player who can tag like you do.
Yeah, not at the moment they don't, but you got to remember it's a really still an inexperienced list, and I've been playing that role for so long that someone else hasn't had the opportunity. So it's just all about opportunities. Cam O'Shea, we gave that role to in the pre-season, and he did it really well. So I don't think we'll lose any sleep over that, but if the club earmarks someone, I'm more than happy to help them and work with them over the next 12 to 18 months.
Were you confident you'd get another year?
Yeah, I was. Look, it was always going to come down to performance, and look, I had a really good pre-season, and I think that's always gives you the best chance to have a good year. So I'm still really confident in my performance, and to be honest, I wouldn't have signed if I wasn't. So after the first few rounds, I realised I'm still capable, and the team was going really well, and more importantly, the club wanted me to go on. So that was easy.
Does that mean that next year's the last year, or you haven't decided that yet?
Oh, it's so far away. We probably won't even talk about it until sort of this time next year, or even after the season next year. So, look, this year's gone well, and it's up to me just to keep performing. And if I do that, then I guess there's no reason why I can't. But either way, I'll be happy.
Just on that, with 1-year contract. Sorry, just on that subject, 1-year contracts. You've never had them before in your career. I know it's commonplace at your age, but how does that alter your thinking though? Because there's a little less security, and you're sort of playing for the now. Make the most of every minute.
Yeah, a little bit shuts, but I guess I just look at it as a bit of a bonus. Like, to be able to play for 14 years, it's going to be. I'm just really thankful for the club to give me the opportunity. So if it ends next year, it ends next year, and I'm totally going to be fine with that. So whatever way it goes, I'll be more than happy and just thankful for the time I've had.
And better for you to have done it early, or usually those things wait until the end of the year, sort of put you in that age group.
Yep.
That's what happens. But it's better for you to have it over and done with.
Yeah, I think so. I think every player's preference would be to get it over and done with when you can. I think the timing was really good for both the club and myself. It gives me a lot of confidence, for the remainder of the season. I guess it puts the contract stuff to bed, and you don't have to worry about that, and just allows you to focus on playing footy.
You heard how tough it was to watch on last week. Has your desire ever been questioned? Have you ever questioned it, or you've always felt that desire over this year?
No, yeah, I guess that's been one of my strengths, is that I've always I haven't looked back too much. I've always looked at the challenge in front of me, and this is no different now that I've done the contract. I look forward to the challenge of being able to compete and perform for another year. So certainly I've never questioned my desire and my want to not only play but train at the standard that you have to perform at this level.
And is there a personal satisfaction that you get there longer than Chad did?
No, I think Chad was here for 14.
In terms of you playing more
I'll play more games. Yeah, not really, Rooch. I think the way that he played the game and how competitive and how contested he was and the injuries that he had, that's the reason why he didn't quite get as many games as what I've got, and what he did can never be questioned.
Losing Tommy Jones for 3 weeks, how good was that? Seems to be such an important player for you this year.
He has been, yeah. He's probably one of our most improved players this year. Always gets the job on a really dangerous forward, so it's going to be a big loss for the club. But having said that, we've had some guys in pretty good form in the SNFL. Louis Stevenson and Campbell Heath, and also Jack Homch, who we know can perform really well at AFL level. So there's certainly a couple of replacements ready to go.
How
Ted,
close?
is it 300 a goal?
Yeah, not really, Rich. It's never really been a goal of mine, 300. A lot of people like to talk about it, and I guess as you get closer, that conversation will continue. But, I've never really personally set it out there as something that I want to achieve. And if I'm playing well enough and the club wants me to go on, then possibly. But it's way too far away to even think about.
You guys are the most improved club from last year. How close does finals feel?
Yeah, there's still so much footy to be played. I think anyone that gets up here is going to hose down that as well, because as we saw on the weekend, if you take your foot off the accelerator for even a half a footy, you're a chance to let the ball slip. So I think we learned a valuable lesson on the weekend. Our performance in the first half was really good, and the second half wasn't so good. So even Geelong losing to Adelaide, it's probably a wake-up call for everyone that you really need to come to play every week.
I find it interesting how Port and Brisbane always seem to be aligned together. They're coming good at the same time you're coming good. You're both grand pace setters that started a decade past.
Yeah, I guess for the younger players at the club, they probably wouldn't even realise the history, but certainly it's a great rivalry. I think our supporters would really appreciate that, and both clubs got a lot of respect for each other, dating back 10 years. So, such a big game for the club, for both clubs. And it is a little bit ironic that we're playing Brisbane.
Well done.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Kane.
Thank you.